They have some pretty sophisticated, well, not sophisticated, but lower. It's like lower class, but still a little higher sophisticated bars there. If you want to go, if you want to go to bars, yeah, LA has bars, right? But they're fucking dangerous bars. Like in Hollywood or Fullerton. I'm not sure if Fullerton is LA, but it could be Orange County. But if you want to go to bars, go to Anaheim. They have a packaging district there. They have a lot of bars there. And it's like a college town right there. So you get a lot of white people. If you go to Santa Ana, don't go to Santa Ana in Orange County. Cause Santa Ana is very fucking dangerous. It's like super dangerous. That's where you see Mexicans there. You see like the drug cartels there. No. A lot of Orange County is good, but Santa Ana, for some reason, there's some fucking crooks there. There's some corruption there. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. They let the Mexicans take over there. The criminals. Some criminals. It's pretty bad in Santa Ana. Maybe not all parts of it. So you go to Anaheim. Anaheim is pretty tame. It's got these big bars that are bars and restaurants. Anaheim Packing District. You could also go to downtown Disney, and there's some. Is there bars there? There's gotta be bars in downtown Disney. You just pay for the parking. You don't have to pay for admission because it's free. Downtown Disney is free. You go there, just pay for the parking. You can go to the bars around Disneyland. That's in Orange County, but I'm talking about LA. Yeah, or I had the opportunity to live in Orange County, but I'd rather live in LA, brother. I could always go to Orange County. It's like 30 minutes away. It's actually like 10 minutes away. But the good shit's 30 minutes away. Disneyland's 30 minutes away. The bars are about 30 minutes away. So I'm good in LA. Love LA. Love to live here. Even though there's fucking dangerous streets, there's crackheads and meth heads, and the world's homelessness are coming to LA. Even the people from Orange County's homelessness are coming over here. It's because we're fucking mad chill, bro. People from LA, we don't care if you're homeless. We're actually very compassionate people. Except for those fucktard bastards that got touched by their uncles or something, and they screw with LA people. Even though they're LA people too, man. But just avoid the police. Avoid breaking the law in LA. You do not want to have a cop in back of you in LA for any reason. They're pretty chill too. The cops are pretty chill also, but if they get you for a ticket, they're different. They're a different guy. Traffic cops are bad. The ones roaming the areas, those dudes are cool. The traffic police are bad. You do not want to be stopped by a traffic cop or anything to do with traffic. But the local cops, the ones that just drive around everywhere, that are not traffic cops, those dudes are cool. And let's see, some traffic cops are good too. There's just bad ones that ruin the bunch. Like out of 100 cops, out of 100 cops, there's one shitty racist fucking guy that was touched by his uncle. And now we have to suffer the consequences. But that's another video. So yeah, LA is pretty fucking great. I want to make it so that I don't have to drive anywhere. I could just walk outside my door and go to the stores and shit like that. And I want to find a place in LA that has that. I do not want to live downtown in LA. That shit's bad. Even though a lot of the action is downtown, also a lot of the thievery, a lot of the killing, and a lot of the raping and all that shit is in downtown, and a lot of the arson and mentally ill. So I can't handle that shit. I can't live in downtown. I don't recommend nobody living in downtown. Unless you live in a secure building. I don't know, dude. So LA is pretty great. You gotta come here with money. You gotta avoid the police. You gotta have all your shit well. You can't have you can't come here with a clunker that's throwing out smoke from the tailpipe. You can't have a loud exhaust system. There's so many things that you need to know when you're in LA just for your car. Because people with a nice car, they're the biggest targets for the police. People with nice cars. And the second is people with houses, that own houses. The IRS is trying to take your house. And the city's trying to fucking condemn your house. So there's a lot of fucking rules that you have to follow in LA. Most of the times they don't look. Most of the times they ignore the things. But there's the time where they look at you and boom, you're done. It's like Medusa. All you got to do is avoid her eye contact. If you get into the eye contact of Medusa, your whole world turns into stone. So, yeah, that's what living in LA is like. It's great. But you need to be working your ass off. You can't have any days off. 7 days a week. You work 7 days a week and you work right. You don't work hard in LA. You don't burn yourself out. You work smarter, not harder. If you gotta cut shit out with your hands in LA and make things with your hands, you ain't gonna make it, brother. You need a machine to cut your shit. You need a machine to cook your food. You need a machine to do things. You gotta get with the technology. You gotta plug shit in. You gotta depend a lot on electricity. Electricity is cheap. So you gotta make with that, with the technology. You have to, no more manual labor in LA. Even though there's a lot of people doing manual labor, we need to shift off of that. We need to go back, need to go into technology and innovation and electronics and make things that are electronics. So that's basically my experience with LA. I cannot put it in one video because there's just so much in LA. And it's great. I could just spend a whole video on the beach, a whole video on the mountain, a whole video on the river, a whole video on lakes, a whole video on parks, a whole video on museums, on the freeway, a whole video on the laws. You really do have to be from here to know how to survive. And I know how to survive in LA, so I'm here. So when a lot of women trying to get me to help them out in LA, it's a big thing they're asking. So I require something in return. And you better work your ass off. If you want to make it in LA, you have to work smart. You have to almost know what you're doing before you get here. Know how much it's going to cost for you to live here. If you cannot make $1,200 a week where you're at, where you live, don't come here to LA. Try to, if you're in Kentucky, whatever, try to make $1,200 there a week, every week, consistently for a year. If you can do that, you're doing that in 1-2 years, you get your get your ass in LA. You can make it here. That's it. You gotta keep working, and if you lose your job, you get another fucking job. You're constantly getting better jobs. So shit's getting better. That's all I got.